Yo, what's going on, everybody? Okay, well, this is how we're starting the video today. Okay, well. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the third day of the trading journey. There's a few things I want to talk about before we get into any markets, anything. I'll be quick. I promise. I'll be quick. First of all, like and subscribe and leave a comment if you traded. You know, the usual shit. Thank you very much. You're a go. Anyway, but yeah, I want to start my journal, right? My trading journal. I already kind of did that when I was trading before. This is not it. I have a trading journal. Hold up. Let me go get it. This one. Okay. And this one basically has all the trades I took. Shit. It ain't working, but all the trades, okay? And comments and all that. So I'm going to start a new one. Okay, because I've read through all of these and I kind of know what my mistakes were and all that from the previous time. So it was kind of a learning moment, but it's time for these ones to go. So yeah, the trading journal. So I think having a trading journal is one of the most important things you can have as a day trader. Not only as a day trader, probably for all skills. If you're trying to learn something, you write it down, what your mistakes were, what was the outcome of what you tried, and you basically learn from your mistakes after you read it. You know, it's a nice thing to come back to every now and then, just to remind yourself. First of all, you can see your progress. I mean, this is a lot of days. This is, I think, close on 50 days, which is not a lot in retrospect, but for me personally, since I've only been trading for 3 months, that's a lot of data that will help me get better. Okay, but enough of that. Yeah, so trading journal. It is starting today. So every trade that I take from now on will be recorded on a sheet like this. Basically, just the open time, close time, the asset. So if it was futures, forex, you know, all that stuff. That's the best name I could come up for it. The profit and loss. There's an extra column here that I forgot to take out. It's type. It's basically the same thing. And then comments. Okay, so that's pretty much how it's gonna go. And I will basically build up the journal, and I'll do like a probably like a mid-year review, or you know, like a yearly review of all the mistakes I made in that past year and all the successes and stuff, because I think that's just kind of like seeing the progress, you know. That's part of the whole journey, is documenting it that way, not only through camera but through words like that. But yeah, anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get into the charts. Today might be a day. By the way, before we get into the charts, yesterday's trade would have been a full success if I didn't close out early. Again, it hit basically full take profit like 30 minutes after I pulled out. Same with my other trade on the S&P a few days ago. But anyway, we're not going to worry about that. It'll just be one of the things I write in the journal. You're closing too early. I closed too early. Trust my gut. But yeah, that is a mistake that I'm learning from. Even though I don't like to hold the trade too long, it seems that I'm holding for too short as well. So we're going to fix that. And another thing, we are closing in on these highs. If I go to the 1 hour, or the 4 hour, sorry, we are closing in on these highs. And the reason why we had this candle here, basically, news came out, okay? Service PMI came out at pretty damn bad. So I think the market's going to be quite volatile today. I might not even take a trade at all. But yeah, let's start marking out our highs and lows and all that stuff. My overall bias is bullish, because I want to see us hit these highs. I want us to sweep these highs, and then we're going to plummet. So I think we're going to make the move up first. So yeah, let me mark out all these highs and lows that I want to be hitting. Let's go on the S&P. It's also, okay, it's already marked on the S&P. Good. Looks like market is recovering though from that news candle. Yeah, it's definitely recovering. But yeah, we inverted this fair value gap on this hour or 4 hour candles. So I'm very certain that we're gonna go sky high today. So I actually want to mark. Let me go on the 30-minute, and let's mark out just our time zones. Boom, 10 a.m. And then obviously the macro. Where's it? Right there. And let me not make the same mistake yesterday. Right there. I'm gonna do the same thing on the S&P as well. But yeah, you can see on the S&P it hit just as hard. That news candle. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's stop obsessing about that. Let's just mark down all the important shit. Actually, I think we have already pretty much swept the liquidity we need. If I'm completely honest, pre-market just swept the liquidity we need. Yeah. Look at that. And I think from here we're going to continue upwards. Boom. We didn't sweep this, but we swept all of this. This isn't even a low, so we swept this low, which I would say is the most prominent low, if I could say that. It is Asian session lows, I think that is. Boom. We just swept that, and we swept London session lows. And these are London session highs. Let me mark that in blue. Yeah, we got those highs now marked. Making a tracement back down. But yeah, I really think we're going to hit these highs today. I mean, look at all the progress we made yesterday. So we're kind of just doing boom, boom. And we're going to have one final leg up, in my opinion. It's just this news did really throw like a little bit of a dent in. But yeah. We are actually very close on the S&P. So if we do end up sweeping it before sweeping any lows, then I'm going to switch to a bearish bias. Because this is definitely our draw on liquidity for the day. Also, let me get rid of these. This is our draw on liquidity for the day. Because I think it's easier for price to come all the way up here than... Yeah, so I think we're going to sweep that and then come down for this liquidity all the way down here. Let me go on the hourly. It helps me visualize it easier. Yeah, so I think we're going to go up because we're closer there. And then we're going to come back down for that and then maybe continue going up. But yeah, that is pretty much my thought process for the day. Is bullish unless we sweep it on either or of these markets. I think the S&P is going to be the one to sweep it first. And then, yeah, then I'll switch to bearish if that happens. But otherwise, I'm bullish. Okay, I think right now, I'm going to wait until market open. We could technically say these as London lows, but this is a news candle, so I'm not too certain on that. No, not that color. There we go. I'm excited to see what happens when market opens, because obviously this news candle. I'm gonna stop talking about the news. We know what happened. But yeah, I'm just excited to see what will happen when market opens. We've got a fair value gap here that we're definitely not hitting. Yeah, I think I'm honestly just going to wait for maybe a lower time frame liquidity sweep. Okay, market has just opened and we did inverse this news candle, fair value gap thingy. So yeah, we should be just moving on up from here. I'm going to take this as a liquidity sweep. Yeah, I'm not seeing any great confluences right now. We have the news candle that's this swept everything. This was 5 minutes after news. So we could call this it's not really an order block. I don't like news candle order blocks. They don't really seem the best like idea. They've never worked for me in the past, so yeah. Maybe we sweep the highs and then go down for one final push up. That's the only other thing I can see happening. But maybe it does. Who knows? We'll have to see. I'll switch on the recording if anything interesting happens. But it doesn't look like much is going to go on. On the S&P, we're about to take out London highs, actually. We're very close to taking out London highs. Is that the high? Or I think this candle might be the high. But yeah, if I go to the 1 hour, that'll actually be easier. We'll take out these London highs. Okay, but yeah, we're about to sweep these out. I need to refresh myself on my confluences because I've been like not seeing a lot unless it's just the market. But I don't think it is. I think it's just me missing a lot of stuff. So I need to refresh myself on my confluences. I mean, we did sweep out these highs. So this could be an order block. And I think that's actually what's happening right now. Is this move up? Things it's is it this that's the order block? I think it is because we touched that and then we went down. So yeah, we tapped into it and then we kind of just fell off. So the order block kind of worked. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's the order block. Not 100% though. I haven't used or I haven't refreshed myself on order blocks in a while. But I think that's how it works. I think it's the wick of the candle that swept. I'm going to wait until the macro opens though, before I say anything. Whoa. Hello. Okay, yeah. We definitely tapped into some sort of order block or, yeah, something. Because that just plummeted. Okay, macro's opened and it looks like we want to continue down. I don't know what's going on. We're chopping up again. Going up and then down and up and then down. Like, come on, bro. Okay, let me look for some confluences that I could maybe play off of. But yeah, this isn't looking like a good day. This isn't looking like a good day at all. Yeah, that order block went crazy. I'm pretty sure this has to be an order block, right? I need to refresh myself on all my confluences because I haven't really refreshed myself since I traded 3 months ago. I thought I kind of would just remember them, but definitely not seeing them as clearly as I thought I did. Or as I thought I would. But could be making something shakier. We did sweep this liquidity, so this would be an order block. From what I think. I don't know. I did think that before. And we just kind of tapped into it and we got some legs up. So I think it might be a valid order block. I think it might be valid. I think it's either like, it has to be either the whole candle or just the wick. I can't remember. This would also make sense, I guess. Now my watch is telling my fat ass to get up. Yo, fuck you. I'm trading. Probably losing money in the process. But we trading. Okay, we've tested this order block now anyway, so I can get rid of it. Because we've tested it and we're done with it now. And we just tested this order block. So I would like to see some sort of bullish action maybe towards these highs. The Nas has not nearly moved as much as the S&P. The S&P is kind of a mess right now. Like, it might just be my chart doing this shit, but this was the candle, the news candle, so it could also be that was just a huge dump. It could have been a breaker block. Now that I'm looking at it, hold on. If I delete this. So we moved down. We were in a downtrend for a little bit on the 5 minute. And we broke structure to the downside here when we were in an uptrend. And then we broke structure over here to the upside. So then we tapped into it and got some bullish close out. So maybe that is actually my entry, I think. Hold on. I'm going to quickly enter. Hold on. I'm going to go 2% on this one. I could lose, I could win. Who knows? But I'm pretty confident in that, what I just saw. The NAS 100. Boom. Okay. I am entering a little bit late, though. That is the sucky thing. I am entering a bit late. Below these lows. 1.82. Shit. Okay. You know what? I'm going to enter in right there. It's way late. I'm upset about that. It's way late. But I think this was the right move. So, boom. And boom. So that is my trade, I think. Again, this is demo, so I'm not risking anything. So I can afford to make mistakes, 100%. Oh, shit. Let's just put the magnet off for a second. There we go. So it is a 1 to 1.35. Let me bring up this real quick. So 1 to 1.35. We do have this bullish fair value gap going for us as soon as this candle closes. Because we've tested this thingy now and we're done. The S&P is higher, so I think I definitely caught the right one. Yeah. We'll see how the trade goes. I will switch on the recording once we develop a bit. Just as a check-in, or maybe I get stopped out early, who knows. But I am quite confident in this. Let me quickly run you through my process, right? So, there we go. Okay. So we had the liquidity sweep. Boom. Okay. And we dropped down to the 5. And this was the liquidity sweep right here, I think. Yes. And then we had this order block. Or, sorry, not order block. Breaker block. I thought it was an order block because I had it in blue. But yeah, this breaker block that we test positively. If, like, optimally, I would have liked to enter on this candle close. Because that is the bullish confirmation that I needed. But I'm a little bit late. It is fine. My first take profit is around here. And my second take profit is all the way up here. So I will move my break-even point up to here. It's a little bit low for a break-even point. But it's fine. It is okay. As long as I don't lose money, then we're good, right? But yeah, I'm going to switch on the recording once this trade is over. And yeah. Hopefully you guys are winning your trades as well. See you in a bit. Okay, so as you can see, it is light outside. So it is the next day. I had to go do some stuff after the recording yesterday. So I wasn't able to do the whole recap. But as you can see, I did get stopped out. Basically what ended up happening is we swept out these lows and then went for London highs. So yeah, bad trade on my end. First of all, my stop loss was horribly placed. If I just placed it over here under these lows where I wanted to and just lowered my risk to reward ratio, then, you know, I could have gotten away with a lot more. But I would have actually probably hit my first take profit and then just stopped out on break even. So yeah, definitely going in the journal, 100%. Bad stop loss, too late on the trade, and yeah, so don't forget to write in your journals if you guys took trades. It is very important. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching till the very end. Again, if you took a trade, let me know in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later today when I do day 4. So yeah, have a good day, guys. Peace.